Hello, everybody. This is Susan at Gigi's Place. It's been a while, and of course, you're used to that by now. I'm just in my glad rags. Oh, let me put this in to make sure you can hear okay. Um, as you know, I like to wear these because then I can make sure that everybody hears me okay, that the sound is good. And I have a little bit of story to tell. And you see this little one, which you've seen before. This is the newest one that I painted. And she has sure grown on me. She is such a little cutie. And I just wanted to let you know she's being adopted. And it's by a good friend of mine. I did go visit a friend of mine today, and I'd like you to pray for her. She has stage 4 cancer of the bone, and I don't know where else it is, but she has already had, she's already had I can't, oh my goodness. Anyway, she's already had part of the procedure done, and she's going for chemo. She's going in on Wednesday, I believe, to they're going to, I guess, check everything and let her know when she goes in for chemo, how much chemo, and all the particulars. She does that on Wednesday. And so I went over to visit her, and because what happened is this last year, she broke her leg, I think her shin bone. Anyway, she broke her leg, and she wasn't doing anything to break it. That kind of put a red flag on, to me, because I worked with a lady years ago that was holding her little grandchild, baby, and she ended up breaking her arm. Excuse me while I get Kleenex. She ended up breaking her arm just from holding the baby, and it ended up she had cancer. They found cancer in her, and she didn't make it. And so it's been kind of an experience. I've gone through this before, and I don't want to go through it again, but it's not me that's going through it anyway. And my friend has such a good outlook. She's a Christian, and she just knows that the Lord has her back. He's taking care of her, whether she comes through it with flying colors. They said I guess now they have, even though it's stage 4, there's a good chance they can get rid of it. She's already had the what is that other where they zap you with something? I can't think of what that is. Oh my goodness, I hate that when I do that. I know nobody else does that. It's just me. And turning 75 doesn't help anyway. But hey, that's just a number, huh? It is just a number. So 75 is not bad. I have really, to be honest with you, I have not minded having birthdays. I don't mind getting old, except that when I think, we're the oldest now. My mom and dad are gone. I have all my siblings. No, I don't. One of my sisters passed away about 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. And then I had 3 sisters and a total of 6 brothers. Not all from the same family, though. My mom had 9, and my dad had two more, and this with his second wife, and so I have family all over the place, and I'm the oldest. I get to be the oldest. And I was saying that to say what? Okay. Oh my goodness. See, there I go again. Well, you guys gonna have to just do your own story with it because I can't. I don't remember what I was saying. And I think I'll just move up a little closer. Okay, so I was going to tell you about this little one. She even has a name already. Well, my friend asked me to bring my dolls. She knows that I paint dolls, and she wanted me to bring my dolls. So I took the two dolls that I have actually painted myself and that I still have on hand. The others have gone somewhere else, including to my great-granddaughter. She's got two of them. I do have another one that is packed away, and I wouldn't want to show anyone that because I need to redo her. My granddaughter had her for a while, and then I made my granddaughter one that looked like this one that I've got Logan asleep, and I've got Logan awake. But Logan asleep reminded me of our son, so that passed away. So I've got that one, and she just fell in love with that one. She always wanted to come in and hold him. So I made her one, gave it to her for her birthday last year. Of course, she still liked mine, but I also made a doll. I had bought this kit because I had been given a doll early on when I first got started. I had been given a doll, and she told me I could give her to my granddaughter that lost her sister, or the baby sister, lost Kenzie from cancer. And so I gave her to her when Kenzie passed away. And, so I got another kit. And I rooted her with my granddaughter that lives up here with her hair. And I was going to keep her, and when I die, she could have her, because it's got her hair. Who else would want it? It's got her hair. But I got too many dolls, and I can't keep them all, so I gave it to her already. And I've got some more kits I'm going to be painting, and a couple of those dolls I'm going to be trying to sell or something. And there's a couple of dolls that I have that I could give away, give away in a giveaway. But no promises right now. I'm not promising anything. And so she was holding her. This is the first one I brought out. And she was holding her, and she just kept looking at her. And she just was looking at her, and she just thought she was so real looking, and she just loved. She's not very heavy because I ran out of glass beads. And so I figured, well, at some later date, I'll put more stuffing in her because I didn't put a whole lot of stuffing in her arms or in her body. She's got enough, but, and I put whatever glass beads I had in her body and in her head. And she just loved her. And later I asked her, and she's looking at, she says, "You didn't do these eyebrows." I said, "Yeah." "And what about this over here?" "Yeah." "You did the ears too?" "Yeah." and it was just so, I just loved it. When you how it makes you feel when somebody is really falling in love in front of your eyes with one of the dolls that you made. And she just fell in love with her. But she she gave her back to me because I told her, oh, I wish I'd known. I would have done a box opening for you. So she gave her back to me, and she said, here, I'll give her back to you. That way you can add, and she doesn't know what a box opening is. And so I told her I had a birth certificate for her with her address, and her address, her birth date, the day she was born and the hour she was born, and I got everything on that but her name, and now I'll have a name to put on it. She is naming her Elizabeth Michelle. Elizabeth is my middle name and Michelle is her middle name, and so she's naming her that. And so meet Elizabeth Michelle. And I never did do a what do you call it when you show your babies, I mean what they look like, detail video. And I'd like to, I did one, and I may tack it to the end of this because I didn't put music. I mean, I put music to it, no talking with it, just music to it, and just tried to do somewhat of a little detailed video with her. So I may tack that to the end of it, and I just wanted to come on and show you what she looks like. So, well, you already know what she looks like, but tell you about what's happening to her, that she is going to have a new mommy. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I mentioned to her that she's a boo-boo baby, and I told her what, she says, that's okay. She says, babies have that dent in there anyway, whatever you call it. It's kind of, you can really see it when she doesn't have anything on, any band on. It's indents there, and that didn't bother her. And I said, that I have I didn't put very much stuffing in her arms and in her legs, the quarter of her arms that has stuffing rather than the vinyl. And she said, that's okay. She says, I want her just the way she is. She's light. She says, I wouldn't want her heavy, and I just like her just the way she is. So I'm not going to have to take her apart or anything. And when I did put a magnet in her, so she does have a magnet, and I'm going to try to, I don't have a printer, but I'm going to try to find a website that, where I guess I could write it down, how to take care of her. And then, but I normally would add that to her kit. So anyway, you will probably, I don't know whether you'll get a video of the box opening, if she'll let me do that. But what she wants to do is she reminds her of her daughter when she was born. And so she's going to have her daughter and her granddaughter come over. And when she dies, whether it's sooner or later, she says, then this will go to her daughter and then eventually her granddaughter. So there's the story of what is going to happen with Elizabeth. And I know that there was one or two of you out there that would like to have had her. But I'll be making more dolls, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll be making more dolls. We have, after we moved in here, I just wanted to tell you some more about our move here. I told you that they were preacher's kids, and that their parents on both sides of them were ministers for the Assembly of God um, denomination. And that's my first 10 years when I lived in Oregon. I was taken, I went with my parents, of course, to the Open Bible Church, which is a lot like Assemblies of God and a lot like Foursquare. And then when I moved to California, we started going to Assemblies of God when we went. And when Tim and I met and got married, we got married in an Assembly of God church, and we've attended Assembly of God church for 52 years together. And so the Assemblies of God, that I just feel at home. It's comfortable to me, and I know that it has no, God does not make any distinction between denominations. He doesn't care as long as you believe in his son. And so we decided to go to the church that they go to now, which is takes us about a half an hour to get there, maybe 35 minutes to get there. And we tried it out, and we liked it. We went once, but the regular preacher wasn't there. The youth pastor preached that morning, and so we went again last Sunday, and we really like his preaching, and we really like the church. And so far, what people we have met, it is a busy and full church. It's not a very big church, but they've got 3 services on Sunday, and the parking lot is like a zoo. When they're trading, one's leaving and the other one's coming, and but they're so full, they're going to need to be building here pretty soon. And the couple that are renting this to us, they have a Bible study. I think they have one in here in their home, because we've heard people over there, and I know she attends one. So please be in prayer for my friend Michelle, and for our landlord's father. He's going to be going home to Jesus any time now, and he's spending his last hours with him. So please be in prayer for those that pray. Be in prayer for our landlord's father, and for our landlords, that they will be comforted, because it's going to be hard on them. So with that, I think I'm going to say goodbye. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to chat, and you just heard my dog kind of cough. And no, he doesn't have the coronavirus. And not too far from here, 2 people have died from that virus in a hospital, of course, and they were from a rest home. But that is spreading. We need to be praying. It's not good. But we shouldn't fear, because fear is not of God. And we need to just pray that doesn't spread any further, and that it doesn't, that people don't panic. Because God can take care of us. Hey, if I'm to go from here to heaven, I'm in a better place anyway. There, I don't know why you're. So I take the cover off of him. He was underneath the blanket, and he's looking around. What's going on? You heard him underneath his blanket. He was kind of whining a little bit, So I took it off of him, and now he's wondering what's going on. He's got his nose up in the air sniffing. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, has anybody ever bought vegetables and food from, oh, I've got the box right in front of me, but it's upside down. I've got my phone on top of it. Uh, anyway, it's food that is not perfect. And you pay $35, I think, except they let me only pay $15. I didn't know how to order, and I only ended up with vegetables and fruit, but a lot of good vegetables and fruit. But I'd like to be able to get the milk and the meat too. So it's kind of interesting. We'll see what happens, and if it saves us money. If it doesn't save us money, we'll probably stop it. But we'll see. We'll see. We're really getting very, very well settled in this new home of ours. We love it. Absolutely love being on our own. And we're still picking up kids and watching them a little bit, but not like we were when we were living with them. So but this is so homey here and so peaceful, and the neighborhood is peaceful. The other neighborhood was too, but it had, oh my goodness, when the sun came out, there were kids come out of the woodwork, and they'd be all gathered outside with our kids playing basketball and laughing, and which is great. I'm glad they're not fighting, but it's quieter over here. I think as people, as we get older, we kind of like quiet. So that's one of the things we're loving about this place. So I guess I better just not. I better say bye. Otherwise, this is going to be so long, and you're not going to want to watch it. So I guess I'll say goodbye. I might even go in there to lay down, take a nap, because my husband's not home. He had to take my grandson, great grandson, to lacrosse practice, and he doesn't expect to get home until about 8 o'clock. So I'm on my own. That's one reason I got to make a video. Yay! I got to make a video. And when I try to think about wanting to make a video, because there will be times I'll be by myself here, I can't think of what to make. I don't know what to make. So this may not always be about dolls. And I'm going to tack on her, that other little video I told you about, so you can see her. But did you see her eyelashes? It's the first time, I don't know if you can see them or not. It's the first time I was able to first time I bought eyelashes. So I was able to put eyelashes on her. And I put some on Lisa too. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you. And I'm going to try to use this thing and see if I can turn it off. Thank you for watching. God bless you. I love you guys. I don't know how to turn it off.